Hey, this is Kevin, Big Bear Performance. This is a brand new 2020 Softail Lowrider S. Has a 114 engine in it, and want to go over some of the parts that we'll be doing for this. Obviously we're doing the FXRT fairing with lowers. We'll also be doing this crash bar here to go with these lowers and with this fairing. This is something that go together. We'll also be doing an inverted front end, an Öhlins inverted front end. We're also doing cartridges for these bikes right here. We're also making rotors and doing radial mounted calipers. These are all the projects that we're working on with this bike, along with mid controls, true mid controls, instead of these weird sort of forward mid controls, I guess you'd call them. And we're doing an exhaust system for this bike. We're also doing rear suspension and raising the rear of these bikes. The geometry of this bike is really good. This bike actually has 5.7 inches of trail in the front end, which makes it very stable. The geometry in the front here, Harley Davidson's engineers really fixed stuff by having an offset in the triple tree of 1.2 with the 5.7 inches of trail. In fact, the other the other Softail that they make, the regular lowrider, has actually 6.2 inches of trail. That's why these bikes are so stable. It's not really because of that rear monoshock, it's really because of the geometry in the front end. So we'll be doing, as I said, all these different projects, and it's going to be a lot of fun. With the inverted front end that we're doing with the Öhlins fork, we're going to be running a narrower set of trees, and we'll be using, that'll require the usage of a 2019 regular lowrider dual disc wheel, because the lowrider S wheel is really wide, which is why the trees are so wide. But we're going to fix that, or give people the option. The mid controls are going to be a true mid control, not like this setup. The rear shock, we're also making extensions for the rear shock, where you can raise the bike 2 inches in the back, and with a small modification clearancing issue with the swing arm, you can actually raise the bike 3 or 4 inches if you wanted to. We're also going to be doing a gauge relocation kit to put up onto the handlebars, or in this case up onto the fairing, which is going to be coming as well. All these badass performance parts for your Dyna, all these badass performance parts for your 2020 Softail Lowrider S, or your regular lowrider, or your street bob, or your fat bob, we're doing them. Keep your eyes out for part 2.